Hope everybody's doing well. This is CP Cards and Dice, and welcome to my first game of the research project. The research project that's basically a replay of the 1980 season, athletic season, using fall classic baseball. And I'm assigned 16 games, and this is game one of the 16 games. 5 managers are all assigned 16 games, and it'll be 2 sets of 80 games. And I think one manager plays 34 games rather than 32 at the end to make up those last 2 games, to make it 162 games, if it's that they played 162 games. Sometimes, actually, I think they will be playing 162 games in our replay. Let's see here. So let's get a little bit of sound in the background. And we're right about to start. We're using the fast action cards. We're using PDFs. They're on sale now, 2 buy 2 get 1 free. And you also can join this project for the next project. It may be the 1976 season or 1977 season. We don't know the team yet. And we are ready to roll here. We got a little nice crowd at Cleveland. It's the Oakland A's versus the Cleveland Indians. Rick Langford versus Len Barker. Len Barker, I remember him as a flamethrower, had good velocity. And let's see his stats. He had 187 strikeouts, so that's pretty good compared to Langford's 100, I believe, yes, 100 strikeouts in almost 300 innings. So Langford doesn't strike out very many, whereas Len Barker strikes out twice as many. So we're going to get started. It's going to be Ricky Henderson leading it off, and we're going to pull a card. And this game plays very, very quickly. So if you want to watch any of my tutorials, they're available as well on Cards and Dice TV. So Ricky Henderson's a righty, just to keep that in mind. It's going to be a 64. 64 is an out. So what kind of an out? And he's a righty, so it's a ground ball hit to third. And third baseman, who is that? Harrah better hurry up over to first. On deck is Dwayne Murphy, the center fielder. And then in the hole is Wayne Gross. And batting fourth is Dave Revering, the first baseman. Mitchell Page is the DH in the 5th spot. Tony Armas, 35 home runs that season. Ricky Henderson stole 100 bases, by the way. Those are going to be interesting outliers to kind of see how they do using fall classic baseball. Jeff Newman, the catcher, batting 7th. Batting 8th is Mario Guerrero, the shortstop, and Rob Piccolo is the second baseman. Of course, Rick Langford is the pitcher. He won 19 games in 1980. And then we'll go over the lineup for the Cleveland Indians when they come to bat. All right, so there's one up and 1 down. The lefty, Dwayne Murphy. It's a 65. 65 says home run off the pitcher. Home run off the pitch. Oh, we never checked. We got a roll to see. Len Barker is going to be an 8, which is going to be a B pitcher for Barker. And so that is going to be a home run B is going to be 1 to 5. So we're going to roll 1 to 5, and that is a 6. So it's a fly ball deep center field. 2 out. Dwayne Murphy gave it a ride, but it was run down by the center fielder. Rick Manning in left field is Dill O'Neill, and then right field is George Orta. Manning is in center. Infield is going to be Toby Harrah at third. Dave Rosello at second. Dubinsky at shortstop, and the first baseman is Mike Hargrove. It's a 46 off of Gross, and that's going to be ballpark card. We're looking at the 1980 ballpark card. Now, let me see if I can get the... Let's see. There, we got that. Let me see if I get that in there a little bit. Yep, I got it. And the ballpark card 17, that's going to be a stretch. A line drive drops in front of left fielder. He cuts it off. That is Dill O'Neill. So we're going to get a stretch. Dill O'Neill, let's look at his data. Stretch, we're going to check the outfielder's assist rating. And playing in left field, Dill O'Neill is an A3. So 1 to 3, he is out trying to stretch a single into a double, and he is out at second base. So it's a single, and Wayne Gross got a little bit greedy. Got thrown out at second. All right, so that was a blast. And so we go to the bottom half of the first inning. It's going to be Delaunay. He stole how many bases? 61 bases out of 79 attempts. So there's going to be some base stealing in 1980. George Orta, the right fielder, batting second. Batting third is Mike Hargrove for the Indians. The cleanup batter is Cliff Johnson, the DH. He played a couple seasons with the Yankees. Good power hitting DH type of guy. Big, huge, kind of muscular guy who's just a kind of free swinger and swings for power. Ron Hassey, the catcher. Batting sixth is Toby Harrow, the third baseman. Batting seventh is Rick Manning, the center fielder. Batting eighth is Dave Rosello, the second baseman. And Jerry Dubinsky is a shortstop. Here's a pitch to Miguel Delaunay. And let's switch here. We're going to get Rick Langford. Rick Langford was 19 and 12. All right, it's going to be a 40. Oh, no. There we go. That's a 26. And a 26 is going to be a single plus. So that means he's going to try to steal. And we're looking at a 15. We got to roll left. So it's going to be a single and a stolen base for Delaunay. So Delaunay is at second base, just like that. George Orta next. It's a 44. That's a base knock. Let's see if Delaunay will score. And this is a ball hit to right field. The right fielder is Armas. Let's check out his data. I'm going to write it in there. His data for right field is A5. Average arm 5. And then it's going to be a potential risk. A or S arm risk. And he is an A arm. So we'll be able to take a risk. And it's going to be 1 to 3. With nobody out, you know what? We're just going to hold on. Why risk it when there's nobody out? So first and third here for Cleveland. They are threatening early. See what happens. On the side here, I have the players who pinch hit and the relievers who came in. That's a 66 Hargrove with runners on first and third. 66 is going to be a 1 to 13 double, and it is going to be a drive. In the gap, will Murphy get to it? No, it drops in, and that's going to roll to the wall. 1 run scores. Let's see if Orta will score. This is in the gap, left center field, and Ricky Henderson. Let's check his arm. If he has an A or a W arm, this is usually you have to check for the outfielders. That's about it. Mostly, he has a strong arm. Wow. So they're going to hold up. So only 1 run will score on this double. RBI, and that'll be the leadoff batter Delaunay. So runners on second and third, and Billy Martin's going to go out to talk to Langford. Here comes Cliff Johnson. And Langford looks in for the sign. Jeff Newman. Here's the pitch. We're going to play the infield. We got 1 run scored here. We are going to play the infield. You know what? We're going to play them. We're going to intentionally walk Johnson because that's going to put us in a better situation to get out of this inning. It's early, but we want to put a runner on first base so we can play the infield halfway, try to get a double play. So here goes. It's a 35. We did not roll for Langford. Let's see what Langford's going to be a B pitcher. So Langford's a B. We got a 35. 35 on Hassey's card is a blank, so we're looking at Langford. And that is a 1-2 single. Otherwise, it's going to be an out. We got a 6, so it's going to be some sort of an out. It's going to be a ground ball second base with runners with the bases loaded. Fielder's choice at second base. That's all we're going to get out of it, unfortunately. Run's going to score. That's going to be the second run of the inning. Going to third is Hargrove. It's an RBI for Hassey, Ron Hassey. Here comes Toby Harrow, another right-handed hitter. Langford is a righty as well. It's a 54. That's going to be the 54 chart with men on base. It's going to be a wild pitch or a pass ball. And we're going to have to roll at D20, and that is a 6. Wild pitch is 1 to 10, so it will be a wild pitch. Let's check the catcher's pass ball rating. It actually runner here. The Ron Hassey moves to second base. Toby Harris still up. So Langford's really struggling here. In this first inning, he's given up 3 hits, an intentional walk, and now he's throwing a wild pitch, trying to reach back for a little extra to get out of this inning. It's going to be a 61 to Harris. That's a blank. And the 61 on Langford is a 1-4 K. Let's see if we can get a K, which would be helpful. Nope. It's going to be some sort of an out. It feels irregularly definite. This is a fly ball. Fly ball to left field. If Hassey were fast, he'd tag up, but he's not going to tag up. He's average speed. And usually I don't write average, so that's a second out. And here's Rick Manning. He bats from the left side. Here's a pitch. That's a 12. The 12 is an out. Kind of an out. And that's popped up to the catcher. Newman throws his mask away, and that retires the side. And it's going to be 3 runs on 1, 2, 3 hits and a walk and a wild pitch. And we go to the top of the second. That was a long and clunky inning for sure. It's going to be Dave Revering leading it off against the new pitcher. Well, not the new pitcher, but Len Barker. All right, it's a 45. 45 is a plus. That means if he gets on base, he will have a chance to steal. And no, he does not get on base. It's a ground ball to the second baseman. Rosello up with it and throws out Dave Revering. Mitchell Page, another lefty in the lineup. It's the righty Barker. That's 24. 24 is a potential hit by pitch, 1 or 2, and we don't get that. So it becomes an out. And he's a lefty, so that is ripped to second base. Nice scoop by Rosello. Back-to-back grounders to second. And here's Tony Arliss, a righty. It's a 21. 21 is strike 3. 3 up, 3 down. All right, Dave Rosello leading off the bottom of the second inning. 3-0. Cleveland. That's a 24. 24 is an out. And that's line to second base. Nice snag by the second baseman, Rob Piccolo. Next batter, 44. That's line. Base hit. Left center field. Jerry Dubinsky's on with a single. He's a fast runner. Usually I'll write down if they're fast or if they're slow. Most guys are average, so I don't have to write those down. I want to minimize that as much as possible, but keeping track of data and all that. Miguel Delaney's up. Here's a pitch from Langford. That's a 21. 21 is some sort of an out. It's a ground ball to short. If the shortstop has a strong arm, Guerrero, he'll get a double play out of this. And he has a weak arm, so he does not get the double play here. He has a weak arm, so that's going to be just a fielder's choice. 6-4. And up comes George Orta, who singled and scored in the first. Here's a pitch. That's a 42. 42 is a blank. 42 is base on balls. That pushes Delaney to second. And up comes Hargrove, who hit a double in that first inning. It's 3-0 Cleveland. That's a 54. That's again a wild result. Made on base. Oh, this time it could be a pickoff. What kind of a pickoff ability does Langford have? Let's see. Langford pickoff. His arm is a weak pickoff, so we're gonna need a 1. We need a 1 or a 2 to get a pickoff. And no pickoff there. So here goes. Pitch to Hargrove again. And that is a 45. 45 is a blank. 45 is an out on Langford's card. And that's a fly to right to retire the side. No runs, a hit, and a walk, and 1-2 left on base. Then we go to the top of the third inning. Newman. That's a 54. Let me check. That's a go to Wilder chart. Tells us to go to Wildest chart. Where's Wildest chart? Ooh, I don't have Wildest chart. Where's Wildest chart? It tells you. Wait. It says new card. Maybe these cards here that I have. The Wildest chart may be on these over here. Let's see. So when you get, let's see. It's injury, bunting, nothing there. Didn't run. I don't have a wildest here. It's somewhere. I don't know where it is, but let me just grab the charts and go wildest from the charts. I have to do the, let's see. All right, wildest chart. Wildest chart, runners on nobody on. Wildest chart, nobody on. Right? Bases empty, wilder. Go to wildest chart, bases empty, wildest chart. So that's my other chart. There it is. Bases empty, wildest chart, and I'm going to roll. And that is a 7. A 7 is going to be a catcher interference on batter swing, batter safe at first, E2. So Newman reaches second base on an error on the catcher. Ron Hasse reaches for the ball and the bat and touches the bat, Newman's bat, and that's going to give him an error. That's a runner on first base. So this is actually the only game that I've seen you get a catcher interference call. And it happens the right amount of times. It doesn't happen very often. Here's Guerrero in the top of the third inning. That's a 62. 62 is a blank. 62 on Barker now. This is going to be a strikeout. So Barker blows a fastball by Guerrero. And here's Piccolo. I don't know if I pulled Piccolo's card. I don't think I did. Let's grab his card. Let's see. These are all the pitchers for the A's. And here are the batters for the A's. So Piccolo will be in here somewhere. No, these are the, let's see. These are the pitchers. Okay, these are the batters. There you go. Let's see if we can find Piccolo real quick. Now, when you first print out these cards, they're going to be sticking together because you got to kind of get your rub them with some of the natural oils you have that your body produces, and that'll get them kind of to slide a little bit better. And that's a good way of doing that. And I'm going to shut the door behind me. These are all, a lot of these are pitchers, so let's see what's going on. Oh, these are Cleveland. The wrong step. Let me see where I am here. Let's see what I got going here. Pitcher. All right, I can't find the A's batters. Let's see if they're coming up in these batters. All right, I see what I'm doing. It's Piccolo, got him. There he goes. That took a while. Here's a pitch. 2 out. Oh, no, 1 out and 1 on. Piccolo in the third inning is a 66. 66 is going to be a 1 for a home run. Otherwise, it's most likely going to be a double, and that's ripped down the line into left field corner. And let's see, Newman. What is Newman running? Newman probably is an A. Most guys are A's. He's an S because his catcher. Most catchers are actually S. Hold on a second. I got to shut the door. All right. My crutches just went flying. All right. So we got Piccolo up. And we got a 66. That's a drive in the gap. Now we're going to see Newman slow. So we're going to see what that means. First to home, there's going to be an assist involved from the right fielder, Armas. So that's automatic. You can't. If there's 1 out, there's assist involved. They're going to wave him home, and he is plate. So there's one out. It's a double, and Newman is thrown out by Tony Armas, 9-2. So there's two outs, and Piccolo's at second base with that double. Wait a second. Yep. Oh, 2 outs assist. Otherwise, you hold. My bad. So you gotta still learning this game. Played about 35 games so far. Still learning it. So you gotta be careful how you read it. So he did not throw it out because there's not 2 outs. All right. So he stops second and third now, which makes much more sense. All right. Again, with 2 outs, there's an assist. Otherwise, he holds. Good call. That makes much more sense. Ricky Henderson with runners on second and third, and we're going to play. Usually, when there's nobody on first, I will play the infield in because there's no chance for a double play. Why let a run score automatically? But it does lead to a big inning, but we are up 3-0. So we're going to play the infield in on this because Ricky also, historically he would bunt his way on. So it's going to be a 3 is a 31. We look at the third column because it is the third inning. So a 31 is usually an automatic hit, and it is going to be a base hit. And we're going to see it's a base hit to right field. And my runner at second base scores. So it's a 2-run single, scoring 7 and 9 for Ricky Henderson. Base hit single for Ricky, a 2-run single with 1 out here, scoring Newman and scoring Piccolo. So it's 3-2 now. The A's are back in the game, top of the third. Here's the pitch to Dwayne Murphy. That's 21, and that's a strikeout. Second out. Third strikeout of the game for Barker. And here's Wayne Gross. Here's the pitch to Gross. That's a 16. The 16 is an out, kind of an out. He's a lefty batter. It's popped out to the shortstop, middle of the infield, and that retires the side. But the A's, 2 runs on a couple of hits and an error, aided by an error. We'll go to the bottom of the third. It's going to be Cliff Johnson leading it off. He was intentionally walked in the first inning to set up a double play. It's a 62. That's a blank. Off of Langford's card is an out. He's a righty. So you got to, let's say, fly to right. 1 down. Next is Ron Hassey. 54. We're going to roll for the left fielder. Left fielder error rating. Let's see. Ricky Henderson's error rating in left is a 6. Let's see what happens. We roll a 10. So a shot in the gap, and Henderson runs it down. 2 down. And here's Toby Hara. That is a 52. This is going to be a potential error on who? On the left fielder again. And another great catch by Ricky Henderson. And that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down. All right. Dave Revering leading us off. He's 0 for 1 here in the top of the 4th inning. Fall Classic Baseball. Wow, blast. Hey, Out Red Sox fan. Haven't been looking up. Bears Den. How are you? Brandon, how are you guys? Have not been paying attention. Tony's in the zone. Yeah. Okay, gents. The humming noise is done in. The Chinese food has arrived for Tony. No, not yet. Take care, everybody. All righty. Here is Dave Revering. That is a 4 now, column 4, which is a 31, and that's usually a base hit. I'm going to look, and it is. A ground ball and squirts through the infield. So the lefty Revering is on first. Here's Mitchell Page. It's a 42. 42 is a blank on Barker. That's going to be a base on balls. So that puts runners on first and second, and the tying run is in scoring position. Here's Mario Guerrero, who is a good bunter. So we're going to try bunting here. Nope, this should be Tony Armas batting. Guerrero isn't until later. Tony Armas is not bunting. He's swinging away. First and second. It's a 14. 14 is, ooh, if on the ground, it's an automatic double play, but it's a fly ball, deep right field, right center field, on his horse's order, and he tracks it down. Everybody's going to hold on that. Now it's Newman. It's a 54 chart. Again, we got a lot of 54 charts. This time is with men on base, wild pitcher, pass ball. And Barker's wild pitch is 18, so it is a wild pitch. And everybody's going to move up. So both pitchers have wild pitches. Wild pitch there and a wild pitch here earlier. So second and third now. Now it's Newman. The infield's going to be in. And that is we just did that 54 chart, I believe, right? Oh no, back-to-back 54 charts. Holy smokes. Back-to-back 54 charts. So again, it's going to be with men on base, wild pitch or pass ball again. So it could be back-to-back wild pitches. That is a back-to-back wild pitches, and the tying run has scored. And the go-ahead run now moves to third base. So 2 wild pitches from Len Barker. Puts runners on, puts a runner, allows 1 run to score. Game is tied. And it puts Mitchell Page on third base with 1 out. Jeff Newman is still batting. All right. Here's a pitch. That's a 24. Infield is in on this. 24. It's a potential hit by pitch. And it is not. So it's going to be an out. What kind of an out? And it's a pop-up. A pop-up to the second baseman. That's 2 outs. And Mario Guerrero. Here's a pitch from Len Barker. That's an 11, and that's an out. It's a line out to the back to the pitcher, and Barker snatches it out of midair. But the game is tied, 1 run on 1 hit and a walk and a couple of wild pitches. So this is a pretty good game. 3-3 now. The A's have come back. The scratching and clawing Billy Ball A's. And here's Rick Manning. We're still on 50. Now it's a 52. It's another check for, it's a second baseman error. Let's see what that is. And it's an 18. So that's above everybody's error range. Piccolo is a 2. So he doesn't make a lot of errors. That's a ball he gets to and fields cleanly. Next is Rosello, Dave Rosello. And that is a 66 Rosello's card. That's going to be a double or a single. It's one or the other. And it's cut off by the center fielder, Murphy, and it keeps Rosello to a single. Dubinsky's up now. It's a 24. 24 is a potential hit by pitch. And it is not. So it's going to be an out. So kind of an out. It's a fly ball, center field. Murphy over, makes the catch, 2 down, and is the top of the order. Miguel Delaunay. And that's a 65. That's going to be an out. That has no power at all. So that's a power number. And he's a switch hitter batting from the left side. It's going to be grounded to the second baseman who charges it and throws out Delaunay to retire the side. Oh. Okay. All right, so it's Piccolo up. 33, that's line, base hit. So Piccolo starts us off with a base knock to left center field, played by the center fielder, Rick Manning, an outstanding outfielder. He's on my time travel team, I believe. I believe it's Rick Manning. And Ricky Henderson's up. We're in the 5th inning, so we're looking at column 5. That's a 31, and that is grounded and through the infield. And stopping at second is Piccolo, so we got first and second for the A's. So it looks like the A's, the Billy Ball A's, have Len Barker's number. Len Barker, let's take a look at how far he can go. He can go 32 batters. So already got 18, only 19, so he's got a ways to go. Rick Langford can probably go a whole much more than that. Well, he can go 36. All right, so Hurst in second, and here's Dwayne Murphy. We're halfway through the ball game. We're around fifth inning. That's a 56. That's usually a strikeout, and it is. Murphy strikes out. We could have bunted with him. He's a pretty good bunter. Doesn't have a lot of power, I don't think. Let's check his card. He hit 13 home runs, but he is a good bunter. Maybe we should have bunted with him. Who knows? Wayne Gross. Here's the pitch. That's a 33, so that's going to be a drive in the gap. I don't know. Will it fall? Let's find out. And it does. It's going to be a base hit single. See if the runner at second will score. If that ball was hit to right field, right center field, and Armas with an A arm, he's not weak, it would be a risk. And I'm not going to take with one out. Should I risk it? It's 1-3 with an A arm. He's out, and 4-6. You know what? Let's risk it. We're going to risk. And he's out. So Tony Armas throws out Piccolo 9-5. And Ricky Henderson's fast, so he's gonna take an extra base on that. He's gonna go to third. And Wayne Gross is slow, so he'll stay first. So that's 2 outs now. Made it exciting. I had to throw to the plate. Play at the plate. Here's Dave Revering. 5, that's a 42. 42 is a blank. On Len Barker, 42 is a walk. So that is going to load the bases. Mitchell Page is up with the bases loaded for the A's. 2 outs. Top of the 5th. All tied at 3. And here's a pitch. It is a 26. 26 is versus a righty. This is their splits numbers. And versus a righty, which Len Barker is, it's a single. Let's see if we can score 2 runs here. F at second base. Who's at second? It is Wayne Gross, who's slow. But with 2 outs, he's going to score. So a 2-run single and runner on first is going to advance to third. So a 2-run single from Mitchell Page. And that's going to be, he scored one, and he drove in 1 and 3. That's why I do it, just which batters came in. So he picks up 2 RBIs. And it's a 5-3 ball game. A's are up now. And here's Tony Armas. So there's a lot of 5 runs. I don't know if there's any official rules for that. He can still go. There is 2 outs, or there are 2 outs. So we're going to let him pitch to Armas. He's a righty anyway. Again, we're looking at a 5, and a 31 is another bad luck number for Len Barker. That's a base hit. First and third, that's going to be another RBI. And stopping at second will be Page. First and second, that's going to be it for our boy Len Barker. We're going to bring in Sid Manji, one of the pitchers that actually pitched in this game. We'll bring in Sid Manji here. Look for him. And Ochingo pitches in the next game, so we can use him as well if we need to. Who's up now? It's going to be Jeff Newman. He's a righty. Sid Manji is a lefty. They also use Cruz, Victor Cruz, which is a righty. We're going to bring in Victor Cruz. That's usually how I do it. So Victor Cruz will come in. Oh, that's Mike Stanton. Not the guy I'm looking for. Victor Cruz. And what is Victor Cruz going to be in this game? He's a righty. So he's going to be an 11, which is a B pitcher. So Cruz comes in. He's a B. And he can go 9 batters. So just I write it to remind myself. So Newman's up. We're looking at column 5. This is the 5th. It's a 24. A 1 and 2 is a hit by pitch, and we roll a 20. So that's going to be an out. That'll be the 3rd out of the inning. And it's a comebacker to the pitcher, Cruz, who throws out Newman to retire the side. But, oh, it's actually 6-3 now to score. The A's come up with 3 big runs on 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. 5 hits, actually. And we go We go to the bottom of the fifth. Here's a pitch from Langford. That's a 25. That's an out to George Orta, left-handed hitter. It's a fly ball in right field down the line, and on his horse's arm, and he tracks it down. Got a nice jump on that ball off the bat. And it's a 61. Langford 61, and that is a 1-4 K. And no, it's going to be some sort of an out. He's a lefty. It's a fly to center. Under it is Murphy. Squeeze it for out number 2. And here is Cliff Johnson with a 5. It's a 53, so that's a range play. And a 16, it's probably going to be a range hit because that's a pretty high number. Second baseman, I don't think the second baseman's range is that high. Piccolo has a 10 range, not bad, but he's not going to get to this, so there's a base hit, 2 out. A seeing eye hit past the second baseman, Piccolo, and it's Ron Hassey. That's Cliff Johnson on at first base. So 23, strike 3, and that retires the side. That is the first strikeout for Langford in this game. No runs, 1 hit. We go to the top of the 6th. Mario Guerrero leading us off. 54 chart, and that is a check on the left fielder. Single to left. We got to roll to see if it's going to be an error. It will not be an error. So Guerrero with a single. Delaunay, I don't think Delaunay is that high as an error rating. No, he's a 6 in left field. All right, so Piccolo's up next. I'll let him swing away. Don't want to be bothered with anything else. Oh, and that's going to be a 66. 66 is usually a good roll, and that's going to be a drive in the gap. Will the center fielder catch up to it? And no, it drops in there. Will he score from first? Center field, Manning. See what kind of arm Manning has. Once you get the, and I will put this into iScore at the end of this game. But I want to have both. I want to have the. I got this from Digi Dugout. This pre-filled. That way it keeps my brain focused. So Manning, center field, he's an 8-3. So I'm going to write that 8-3, and we have a runner on first with a double. If he has a double or A arm, he will score. So he does score. RBI double, and it is now 7-3. RBI double for Rob Piccolo. He's 3 for 3 today, by the way. Piccolo. He's like Ty Cobb. Got 2 doubles and a single. Ricky Henderson. It's a 24. 24 is potential hit pitch, and it won't be a hit by pitch. It's some sort of out. Third base. Runner will hold. Oh no, runner moves to third. So runner moves to third on that one. Doesn't happen very often. Dwayne Murphy with 1 out, runner on third base. Infield's going to be in. We're looking at 6:52. Another check for error, this time on the left fielder. Left fielder, I believe, was a 6. That is a fly ball that he gets to. And we're going to have to check the chart for that one. Ah, there it is. So it's a runner on third and a fly ball that's not. Runner on third. Runner on third. Oh, fly balls. All flyouts, all runners hold their base. Let's say fly ball to left. Runner holds. And here's Wayne Gross. Again, we're looking at column 6 of 25. 25 against a righty. What? Throws against a righty. It's going to be a home run. Holy smokes, that's the drive. The deep right center field against a righty. We do have a righty in there. It's Victor Cruz. And that's way back to the track. His order looks up, and that's out of here. A 2-run home run for Wayne Gross. Holy smokes, must have hit a lot of home runs versus righties because he doesn't have a home run at 66. He hit 14 of them. That's pretty interesting. So the A's tack on 2 more runs. They lead at 9-3 now. This is getting fun for the A's. 8-3. So Wayne Gross. It's a 2-run shot. And now it is Dave revving up. Here's a pitch, and again, it's a 33, and that's line base hit, right center field. So they're hitting Cruz. They're beating up on Cruz, and Cruz can go 9. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he's going to face Mitchell Page. And it's a 6 is a 36. 36 is a blank. Cruz, that's an out. And that is going to be a fly ball to center field to retire the side. But the A's pick up 3 more on 1, 2, 3, 4 hits, and we go to the bottom of the 6th. This game is a lengthy one because all the hits and all the runs scored. Got 12 runs scored already and a ton of hits. 10, 12, 13 hits for the A's and 6 hits for the Indians. It's a 16. The 16 is some sort of an out. Toby Harrah grounds it to a third baseman, Wayne Gross, and he throws out Harrah. Next batter is Rick Manning, 62, and the 62 is a strikeout. Number 2 for Lank. Oh, no. That would be, it's not going to be a strikeout, it's going to be an out, so I got to double check that. The grounder to the second baseman. No strikeout, grounder to second. And here's Dave Rosello. Dave Rosello with a 6 and column 6. That's 66. That's going to be a single or a double, and it drops in, and it will fall in for a double for Rosello, a 2-out double. He's on at second. Dubinsky and a 36. 36 is a blank and an out. To retire the side goes to a line drive right at Dwayne Murphy to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit. Go to the top of the 7th. Wow. Can't get through an inning without at least a hit happening. All right, Tony Armas. You know what? We're going to pull Victor Cruz and bring in. We're going to bring in here. We're going to bring in somebody. The A's. Let's see for the Indians, so we can bring in Luchingo. We can bring in Luchingo. And we can bring in. Stanton. All right, I gotta get, these cards are a little bit hard to handle. So let me see if my I got some other players over here on the table. I got them divided up into 2 sections, which is annoying me. All right. So, all right, let's see what we got here with pitchers. Cruz came in. We should have a Chingo. It's a lefty. Let's see what Manji's a lefty as well. Manji's a lefty. Let's see who else pitches in the second game. Victor Cruz, Manji, and Cruz. So Cruz pitches in both. Let's see if Cruz can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He can go one more batter. You know what? We're just going to bring in who pitched more. Manji, 94 innings. Ochingo's going to go. Ochingo's going to come in. All right. Chinko. And what is he going to be? He's a lefty, so he's going to be a B. And he should hopefully go, yeah, he can go 21 batters, so hopefully he'll finish the game for us. I don't want to bring any more. So Chingo's going to be facing Armas. Here's the pitch, top of the 7th. That's a 63, and a 63 is an out. Grounded short. Up with it is Dubinsky, and he throws out Armas. Next batter, 0 for 3, is Jeff Newman. And a 25. 25 is an out. Wow, 2 consecutive outs. That's ground ball to first. First baseman Hargrove steps on the bag ahead of Newman. That's 2 down. And it's Guerrero with a 46. No park home run for Guerrero. We will roll on the ballpark. He's a righty, so we're looking on the right side, and that's right here. And we roll the 14. The 14 is a pop-up to first base to retire the side. 3 up and 3 down. Like I think that's the first time we've had 3 up and 3 down in this game. So this game is taking more time than usual. Miguel Delaunay against Langford, who hopefully will go the complete game for us. He's gone 27, still has 9 more. Let's see what happens. Fly out to right field. No, actually, I gotta look at the number. Hold on, let's get our pitcher. Let's get set up properly. Let's dump these guys. Just leave these 2 there. Okay, Langford, and you pull a 51. Again, it's an error check on the shortstop, and that's a 3. Shortstop, that may be within his error. Yep, he's a 6 error, so that's going to be an E6. Oh, right here, E6. Both teams have an error now. Next batter is Jorge Orta. He's 1 for 2. That's 16. 16 is an out. He's a lefty. It's going to be a ground ball back to the pitcher. If we had a strong arm at pitcher, Langford has a weak arm in terms of fielding. It's going to be a 1-6 fielder's choice. Order's on at first. Next batter, it's a 33. That's line base hit. Runner will stop at second. So Mike Hargrove with his second hit of the game. He's 2 for 4. Puts runners on first and second. It is 9-3 A's here. And it's Cliff Johnson, big power. 7 to 32. 32 on Langford is an out. Fly ball, deep center field. Runner on second is, let's see, I'm not sure what he is. He will, now, I'm almost done. It's a fly ball to center field, and Jorge Orta is an A, so that's holes other he will advance to go to third. So first and third, 2 outs, and here comes Ron Hasse. Bottom of the 7th, 9-3 A's. 7th inning, 25. 25 is a base hit for Hasse, and that will score 9-4 now. And going to second, I believe. Will he get to third? No, he stops at second. RBI for Hasse. And here's Toby Harrah. 24. 24 is potential hit by pitch. Nope. And it's an out to retire the side to right field. Can of corn for the right field Armas, and that retires the side. 1, 2, 3. But a run scores on a couple of hits and an error. We're almost to his, he's not going to complete this game. He completed about, I think, 2/3 of his starts. So not all his starts, but about 2/3 of his starts. Piccolo against Ochingo. That's an 8. 43. 43 is an out. Out of an out is that. And that is a fly to right. 1 down. Ricky Henderson. 12, and that is ball 4. And there goes Henderson. And now he steals second. And there goes Henderson again. And he steals third. Holy smokes. It's that easy. Ricky Henderson. Whoa, impressive. Here's the pitch to infield in. Looks like an error there. infield in. It's the 8th inning, and it's a 44. That's line base hit, right center field. RBI for Murphy. This was his first hit of the day. He's 1 for 5 now. And here's Wayne Gross. Wayne Gross has 1, 2, 3 hits and a home, including a 2-run home run. Tonight that's 14. 14's an out. The line out to left field. If White dies a 1, it's a 14, so it's not. It would have been something exciting. So line out to left. And let me see, it was 14, right? Okay, so here is Dave Reverend with 2 outs. Runner on first. It is 10-4 now. That's 25. 25 against a righty. He's a lefty, so it's going to be an out. It's going to be an out. And a line out to, what was the number? It was 25. It's going to be a line out to the third baseman. L5 to retire the side. So 1 run on 1 hit, a walk, 2 stolen bases by Ricky. And we'll go to the bottom of the 8th. So let's see if we get a 1, 2, 3 inning. Otherwise, we're going to have to bring somebody in to pitch. A reliever will be Lacey, I believe. Lacey or Jones, one of those 2 guys. Here's pitch from Langford. It's a 42. 42 is a blank. 42 on Langford is a base on balls. Dave Rosello. 23. 23 is a strikeout. We're down by a bunch of runs. Let's see. Bachingo. We could pinch hit here. Didn't use many pinch hitters in these games. You start both, well, they win both games. In this one, they're losing. So we're going to bring in a guy named Charbonnet to pinch hit for the shortstop. So Charbonnet, let me see if I got a lefty there. Bo Diaz. Bo Diaz is another righty. Bill Alston. Alston runs in this game. Alston had only 54 bats, 12 hits. He's a lefty though. Who else? Tom Verizor. He's going to come in to play short. 230. This guy's 222 against Langford. Langford. Single against righty. So Dylan Alston. I'm going to bring in Alston to pinch hit, and then we'll bring in Tommy Verizor to. So let's do a pinch hitter here, Alston, just to make it a little bit realistic. And with 1 on and 1 out. And it'll be Verizor to play short. Here's a pitch from Langston, who is the last batter. It's a 45. 45 is a blank. 45 on Langford is an out. And it's going to be a ground ball. 6-4-3 double play. If his shortstop has a W arm, he only gets a 6-4 fielder's choice. And he only gets a 6-4 fielder's choice because he's got a W arm, fielder's choice. That puts Alston on at first. And here's Dylan A. And they're going to need a new pitcher. Replace Langford just like that. And we're going to get, who did I say was coming in, Jones or somebody else? My Chinese food is here, by the way. All right, so I'm finishing up this game and go eat and relax a while and come back and relax some more, but I'll be rolling again tonight. I'll bring in Jeff Jones. Jeff Jones will come in. Jones is a righty. Jones will be a 12, which is a B pitcher. Jeff Jones will face Dylan A, who's a switch hitter. And that's going to be it. It's going to be 7 2/3 for Rick Langford. He's in line for the victory. And here's the pitch from Jones. 25 25 is an out. Ground is short, and that tires aside. Morozno hits a walk, one left on. And we go to top of the ninth. Hallelujah. What a crazy game this has been. 10-4. The A's with a lot of hits, a lot of walks, errors, everything. Gotten everything in this game. Wild pitches, 3 wild pitches, 3 stolen bases. It's a lot different than 1967. All right. Mitchell Page facing Ochinko. The 63. And Ochinko, you said he was a good pitcher, right? Yeah. Ochinko, 63 is an out. The ground is short. And Verizon throws him out. Tony Armas, 53. That's going to be a range play. 20. Nobody's getting that. So double down the line. And out of the reach of Toby Hara. So that's a double for Tony Armas. And here's Jeff Newman. And Jeff Newman's at 55. That is going to be a double or a triple. And it is a base hit single. It's cut off nicely by the center fielder, Manning. Will the runner at second score? Perhaps. There's going to be an assist by the right fielder. Who's in right field? Orta. Orta is an W4. Weak arm, but he has assist potential. 1-4, and nope, he is safe. RBI single for Newman. His first hit of the game. Drives in the 6th place batter. 6th place batter, and here comes Guerrero. It is 11 now, 11-4. Boy, this game doesn't stop. And we got a 9. We got 24 now. 24 is a potential hit by pitch. And it's not, so it's going to be an out, kind of an out. It's a fly ball right field. Out number 2. Under it is George Orta. And here's Rob Piccolo with a 43. 43 is an out. And say ground out. A little number in front of the plate. Pouncing on it is Hassey and throws out his man to retire the side. So that's 1 run on 2 hits. And we go to the bottom of the 9th. Jones is on the mound for the A's. Jeff Jones against George Orta. All right, say 12. 12 is base on balls. So Orta's on at first. Wow. And next is Hargrove with a 33. That's line base hit. And Orta will hold at second, first and second now. Cliff Johnson's next. So 25. 25 is an out. He's a righty. That's ground ball, second base. Only 1 play, and that's the first, so both runners move up. Next is Ron Hassey. The pitch to Hassey, that's an 11, and that isn't a walk, base on ball. So 2 walks and a hit. Have the bases loaded here. In the bottom of the 9th inning, it is a 11-4 Oakland A's lead. Toby Hara. We got somebody warming up in the bullpen. Who is that? Take a quick peek. Oh, Jesus. It is Lacey. Kid named Lacey. He's warming up in the bullpen. And here's Toby Hara. Say 16. 16 is an out. The base is loaded. Big fly ball right field. Fast or super fast is going to score from third, and Orta is, I think we said, average. So he will hold. Fly out to right, 2 outs. And here's Rick Manning. The Indians are down to the last out. That's a 55. That is a line drive. And will Dwayne Murphy get to it? No, it falls in there. And Dwayne Murphy, we're looking at the right fielder. He's an A. On second. will score. Oh, 2 outs. Okay, so they're going to third is Hassey. So 2-run single. That makes it 11-6. And he drives in 2 and 3. First and third. And here's Dave Rosello, the 46. And we look at the park. He's a righty. And a righty with a 12 in the ballpark is a pop-up to the right side. And that's the first baseman revering there. Puts it away, and that retires the side. 2 runs on 2 hits. That retires the side, and that's the ball game as well. Both 11 runs. It's going to be 11-6 victory for the A's. The actual score of this game was 6-4 Cleveland. And how many hits? Holy smokes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 hits for the A's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 hits, 25 hits in this game. It took a while. This game took an hour. Usually they take about half hour. A lot of hits, so it's 11 runs for the A's, 14 hits and 1 error. The Cleveland had 6 runs, 11 hits and 1 error. The A's win it. Langford's going to get victory. Let's see how he did. I'm going to subtract some hits. Subtract 1, 2, 12 hits. He allowed 1, 2, 3, 4 runs. All earned runs. No, actually 1 out, 2 outs, 3 outs. Only 3 earned runs. Base on balls. 1, 2, 3. 3 and 2 strikeouts. Did not strike out very many. Let's see. Langford struck out actually. I don't know his walks, but I bet you he walked almost as many, if not more, than who he struck out. And that doesn't mean he was a wild pitcher, but so that's it. That's the ball game. So no hit by pitch, and he pitched to 36 batters. That's what he's allowed. So I'm pretty strict that way. And that's it. So that's the ball game. This is my first game in my 16-game set. So I'm going to be playing 1 game every day of the 1980 Oakland A's. And hopefully there'll be some better, more, I'm more into the pitching. I'm used to the 1967 season. You don't see a scorecard looking like this in 1967. It's highly unusual that you see all these hits and walks and all that in the 1967 game. So it's pretty funny. But I will definitely take a break and eat and relax a while to come back again and relax in a different way, throwing some dice. I'm gonna do fall classic. No, I'm gonna do time travel baseball. So I'm doing the league. I'm running the league and see what happens. My team can win opening day at home. And that's it. The CP Cards and Dice. I hope you enjoyed the game. Next we play Cleveland again. We have a 2-game set against Cleveland, and it will be pitchers will be Dan Spillman versus Steve McCatty. It will be mañana, but I got to input this into my iScore, which I have set up. So they're going to keep track of all this. I want to do that. And some days I may not even use the scorecard. I may just input it directly into iScore. This is CP Cards and Dice, and thanks for watching. See you guys soon. Remember, you can reach me at multiple places. I answer here if you reach me on YouTube, or you can go to email is the Universal Baseball Association at Gmail, or you can reach me on Facebook at Universal Baseball, or at Fall Classic Baseball, or at Tony Porter.